Good morning and welcome to this week's update. It's Sunday morning here, the sun is out, it's glorious, it's a bit too hot in the shed today, which is unusual. Thought I'd get this done today, ready for you to go up tomorrow. Got another 2 projects going up this week. It's a part 1 and a part 2 again. I'll not say any more about that. So they'll be going up during the week. They should all be up by Thursday anyway. Got some mail this week from Stephen at the 8x6 workshop. What a great sticker. Let me see if you can see this properly, and that's a sticker bit on the back. That is brilliant, is it? So Stephen, I'm going to put thanks very much Stephen anyway for a start, and I'm going to put it up onto the board here. I've still not sorted out some sort of backing for this, but I'll get it up onto there anyway. This is probably one of the most inventive stickers I've ever seen, but also there was something a little special in it. I don't know whether you've seen the schools challenge. I think a lot of people that watch my site watch a lot of these other things, and for the life of me I cannot remember who it was that did it now. Begins with S. But anyway, he did the schools challenge and Stephen put a bit into it, and he did this project. Right, I'm going to have to open this up. How terrific is that? That is just brilliant. I think I was as delighted to have that as I was to have the sticker. And this bit is actually not going to go up in the shed here. I'm actually going to be putting that into, I'm doing some, my daughter's just moving out. They bought a house about a year ago and have been renovating it. So they're moving out at the end of the month. And I'm turning that room into, it's going to be a room that's going to be used, because I only have a 2-bedroom house. So it will be a room that's going to be used, but it's also going to be a clean room for the castings, because during the winter the shed gets too cold, and what I usually do is have to put the heater on in here and heat the place right up before I start casting any resins. But what I'm wanting to do this year is to cast in the house. The epoxy doesn't smell, so it's not as if you'll smell it throughout the house or anything. It's easy to use like that. So all of the casting, probably including the compressor, maybe, will end up in the house, just purely so that I have a nice clean area to do all the casting stuff, and a nice clean area to be able to leave everything, because right at the minute anything that's left in here just ends up within a few days of about ½ an inch of sawdust on it. And I have to clean everything, all the moulds and everything have to be washed out and cleaned before I can use them the next time. And then when you're in here there must be always dust floating about, so there must get some dust in the casting. So by using this room, it's also going to be a display room, because I have a lot of people that come to the house to view stuff, and that room is going to be the place where they're going to be able to view stuff. So it's got to be quite a nice room at the same time, although quite functional. So this will be going up in that room when it's complete. I will be starting the work on that room at the end of this month, and I'm going to try and fit it around everything else that I do. But there will be some projects like for all the pen blanks and stuff, I want an area where I can store the pen blanks, so I'll be building units and things for that. So I might video stuff like that when it comes to doing that, and maybe a few time lapses of me redoing the room. There's actually going to be 3 rooms in the house that are probably all going to be started at the same time, so it's going to be chaos. And I do all my own work. I don't get anybody in to do anything, so I manage the basics. I'm going to have to open the door for the cat. Hold on. Right, come in. Come on. Right, now on your stool and stay there. Yeah, I'm trying to do a video. Right, the cat will be meowing in the background because she just wants to talk all morning. She's got behaviour issues. So anyway, that's that sticker. Thank you very much, Stephen. I'm going to put a link to his channel below, and you've got to look at this man's shed, because he's got the most organised shed ever. It is 8x6, which is actually smaller than here, and I struggle in here. But the way he's done his shed, he uses all his space. It's a very functional place to work, and it looks amazing. And also his videos are really, really good. So please do check him out. In the future you may well see me talking a lot more about Stephen, but I'm not going to say any more about that. So that's that. Also, I made this box yesterday because I've only been off yesterday and today. This is the first of the two days off. I've been off for a fortnight, and I decided that I'd have a weekend just doing whatever I fancied, walk into the shed and pick up a piece of wood or whatever and do whatever. And it was a good opportunity to get some practice on the lathe. So I made this little box. Now, it's nothing fancy. It's a very basic little box, but it turned out as it should have done. And it probably was the best finished I've managed to do. It's got a nice tight lid, and the hollow went really, really well. I haven't videoed this one that I did. It was I did hollow it out with a small, I think it was a 32mm Forstner bit, and I hollowed it about 3/4 of the way down, and then I actually went in and I used one of the carbide square tools to do it, and then used the round one at the bottom because I'm struggling with the tools to get the finish. I keep catching, and I'm just really struggling. I did use the skew briefly on it, but the skew really needs sharpened, and I used my dad's sharpening system for that, so I need to go over just to make sure that I've got it at the right angle and everything that's needing redone. So I did use the skew slightly on there because I do need to get to be using some of the traditional tools. But yeah, I was really, really pleased how it came out. Used the new chuck as well. God, it's an amazing little chuck, that. How can I get so excited over a chuck? Well, I do. Amazing little chuck anyway, and just held the work beautiful. So I was really, really pleased with that. And it's really nice to just make something that just goes all well. And normally these boxes take me, honestly, about 8 hours. I'll come out at 9 in the morning, I'll still be here at 6 at night sorting them all out, and just trying to get them to finish. This one, I think, I didn't rush it. I just decided to put it on and just do the process. I thought I'd probably do it over a couple of days, but it just went so well that I think it was about 4 hours. So I'm really pleased, because that would be it's enough time to stand at a lathe for that length of time, let me say that. So anyway, I got a couple of other bits today. I've got a project coming up. Now, I've seen these for a while. Skateboard stuff, using skateboard decks. So I've been asking around to see if anybody's got any broken skateboards, but for the life of me, nobody has a broken skateboard. So I ordered a deck to come in. And purely, I've got about 3 or 4 projects I'm wanting to do with this, because it's like laminated wood on the decks, and the wood that I've bought is laminated different colours. So I'm hoping you'll find there'll be a series on the skateboard projects. I've got 3 or 4 that I want to do, so they're definitely going to be coming up, all different things, each of them anyway. So yeah, I'm quite excited for that project. The skateboard should be here tomorrow. So it'd be interesting. But I actually went looking after, because I'd happened to see a video on YouTube of somebody making, I don't know, a box or something out of it. And then I went looking, and it's a big thing. Didn't realise skateboards were so popular. Anyway, what rubbish I'm talking today. Anyway, another thing that I wanted to say about, let me get my glasses on, is the support. I get so much support on YouTube, and it's brilliant, because I am just an amateur. I am fiddling away through these projects. I get very little time to really sort of practice doing stuff beforehand. So sometimes it's just basically off the cuff. I'll make things, and I'm quite pleased. They turn out quite well, you know, for an amateur. But the one thing I like about YouTube is the help that I get. So many people come forward with ideas, and I love that, because it makes things easier. When you're doing stuff, I can ask a question, and because I've got enough followers now, I seem to get answers. I find that quite amazing. I don't know about you. But anyway, I've had quite a lot of help from Paul Lockwood. I'm going to put a link to his YouTube channel. He is a beautiful turner. I've actually been watching a few of his videos because he does great stuff, and he didn't start turning all that long ago. If I remember rightly, God, I hope I got this right, Paul, I think it was last year anyway, early on in last year, that you built your shed and you got your lathe, and your stuff is beautiful, and the way you use your tools is just amazing, a pleasure to watch. So thank you, Paul. But apart from Paul, there's loads. There's Robert, there's Black Cat 2, there's another Paul, and I'm going to put his site below as well. Yeah, I'll put his below. I've been watching him for quite a while, and I watch all his videos that come up. And I got a lovely email as well this week from Delia. Just a supporting email, and thank you very much, because it's lovely. Part of having a YouTube channel is to sort of engage with people, and I know you hear this all the time, because I watch, as you all know, I watch so much YouTube, and people say engaging with people, but then you know, as a YouTube site gets bigger, it becomes very difficult. It would be a shame if I lost that, because I actually really enjoy that side of things, and at the minute it's more than manageable to me. I'm quite happy to put in time every day to answer people's comments, to try and help people out. Also, another thing that I wanted to say to you, you'll see that I put links in the description below, on Amazon or eBay. Wherever I buy the stuff, I put the link to. Now, Amazon, I'm an affiliate on Amazon. That doesn't affect you, but just I wanted to explain these links, really, because I just wanted to be really upfront. When you click on the links to Amazon, if you buy that product, or if it's in your basket and you're buying other products, I receive a very small amount of money from that. That doesn't affect the prices you pay. That's because it doesn't have to actually be the stuff that I put in the bottom, in the links there. But if you've gone through my link and then gone onto Amazon and bought stuff, I do receive a small amount back. And like I say, it doesn't affect the price that you pay. All it does is just helps me out a little bit, just, you know, just to buy stuff to keep the videos going. I will be probably doing it for eBay as well, because there is some items that I buy on eBay. I also put all the links into the actual websites. Now, I've no contact with any of these websites. I put those in, and I get nothing. I did try for the epoxy resin to get a discount code for you to use, but unfortunately they're quite a small company and they're not that big in order to do that. And that's fair enough. I went away and I asked and I tried to do that. I get nothing from those, you know. Any of the normal linked websites, I don't get any finances or support from them, but I truly believe in showing you what I use, and I don't change my products just to be using certain ones just because you might buy it and get money, and I might get a bit of money from it. I don't do that. I purely put everything that I buy down below. I always try, I'm a bit stingy, might call it, a bit tight with my money, so I like to get the best bargains that I can get. So that tends to be what I direct you to. But when you're going into Amazon, always check out, always go for the cheapest you can get. I can't see why you would pay £5 for, I don't know, £5 for a knife if you can get an identical knife for £3, or if you can get an identical knife for £5 and you don't pay any postage on it. So always check everything out, but I do try and give you all the cheapest links that I use because I'm tight. Just wanted to explain that anyway. And also you'll notice I have put adverts in it. It's at the minutest amount of money that you get. I don't know, it's ridiculously low. But I have put them in. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep all of that, but at the minute that's what I'm going to be doing. So I just thought I'd let you all know that. And what else have I got? Yeah, no, that's really about it. Oh, I actually got cactus juice. Now I've put a link to metal clays before, because I buy quite a few bits and pieces from metal clays. This stuff, let me explain this a little bit more. Cactus juice comes in from America. It's made by a company called Turntex. Yeah, Turntex. You can see them online. I'll try and remember, I'll put a link in below for Turntex. Great stuff. They do great vacuum chambers. I would love one of their vacuum chambers. I really would love one of their vacuum chambers, and I don't know. The problem is when you buy the stuff, is the shipping cost is almost as much as the product. And then you don't know if you're going to have importing tax when you come in, and I just couldn't justify buying anything from out of there. And everybody raves about the cactus juice. Now I use, up until today, I've been using Stickfast. I think Stickfast works perfect. I have no issues with using it at all. I really don't have any issues with using Stickfast, and I got it from Turner's Retreat. I know I'm no affiliate to them or anything. That's just where I buy theirs from. But everybody raves about this cactus juice, so I was desperate to try it. Now metal clays, they're taking it in from America to Snow, and they're selling it in different containers. This is quite a small container. You get another one which is twice the size of this, but I don't stabilise an awful lot, so this will do me. So yeah, so I've got that. And also, I don't think I took them out with me today. I was drying wood overnight anyway. I dried some cones and Banksia pod and just some spalted wood, just to try out for some other things. I wanted to try the pen blanks. The Banksia ones, the red turned out brilliant, the blue turned out brilliant, and I think the green did, but white, it looked brilliant, but it was so crumbly. So I thought the next batch, I actually dried a load of wood over the last 24 hours. It's all bagged up now and ready to start stabilising everything, because I want to sell the pen blanks, but I think I'm going to need to stabilise them first. So that is currently what I'm up to this week as well. Also got some more rings ready to make up today. These are just the blanks. And I've been revisiting some projects, so I'm thinking what to do with this. So I might actually get this prepared, ready to go up. If you remember this from a while back that broke, so I was actually thinking about getting that sorted. And the pencil blank, this one was done in the vacuum chamber, and it did have a few bubbles in it, but I think it'll be alright. So I'm going to be turning that over the next short while. That'll come in a video. Apart from that, that's it. I've been yakking on far too much. I can see the time on that. Way too much. Anyway, hope you enjoy the projects this week. Give me a thumbs up if you like what you see, a thumbs down if you don't. Don't forget to subscribe and press that bell if you want to be notified when I put videos up. That's me for now. Stay safe in your shed. Thanks very much for watching.